In this video, you're going to be doing an unboxing for the Target exclusive Imperial TIE Fighter for the Legacy Collection, as you can tell. So this is the very first standard Imperial TIE Fighter I ever owned in my collection. I'm very excited to finally add one. I've been doing some research as to what the best TIE Fighter is for a little while now, and it seems to be the general consensus that this is one of the best TIE Fighters that Hasbro has ever produced. In terms of that, it's because of the wings being much more in scale and proportioned compared to some of the previous releases, like in the original trilogy collection, Power of the Force, a lot of the TIE Fighters in that era. And this one is a little bit more unique from the rest of them because it has more of a reddish tint, at least for the inside of the cockpit there. And I'm very glad about that, and I'll tell you why, because hopefully sooner than later I will be adding an Imperial shuttle to the collection. And then once I do that, I hope to be able to get another TIE Fighter here, the same exact one. And then I want to treat it as like Yasan Nazard's personal TIE Fighter squadron, because it has the red deco for the inside of the cockpit there. Of course, Yasan Nazard has the scarlet red Imperial uniform. And then I hope to do a display with that, with her exiting the Imperial shuttle. And of course, it'll have the Stormtrooper column, the Imperial Guards, Death Troopers, you name it. It's a dream display I've been wanting to make for quite a few years now, and I hope to do that here sooner than later. But this is the first piece of it. So from my understanding as well, this TIE Fighter has quite a few unique components about it compared to some of the previous releases. I'm not sure if I'll go over that in this video, it just depends, but I might do a separate video at some point going over some of the details for it. For today, we'll just do the unboxing here. But before we take it apart completely, we will take a look at the box here. So as you can see in the front, it's very iconic Clone Trooper packaging. It was support for, what was it, Season 2 of the Clone Wars, basically. Only at Target. Nice image, I would assume, in the Death Star trench there. Imperial TIE Fighter, a realistic cockpit design. And we do have a TIE Fighter pilot that it comes with, and it's the same exact one that we've gotten over the last several years. And I do have the TVC one reviewed on the channel, and this is the same exact one as that, except for the no photoreal head. And even with the TVC one aside, I have many of this particular type of TIE Fighter pilot anyway. Perhaps I'll do a video at some point showing off all the pilots I have. Showing the bottom how to put it together. Looks like it's pretty simple. Just the side here. Looks like it has the Imperial logo. And we have the back. Showing off some of the components. Have the description there. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter I do have reviewed on the channel if you want to check that out. And once I put this together, I do plan to show at the very end of the video how they look side by side. The turbo tank, I also have that, and various videos on the channel. And Grievous's fighter there, I do hope to get at some point. It's kind of expensive for what it is, though. And just showing off some features of the TIE Fighter there. So let's go ahead and take this apart and see what it's all about. I did already cut the side of it open because I wanted to make sure all the parts seem to be in it. And I think they are. So we have our wings here. Box here, I assume is for the cockpit. And let's see about getting this pilot out. fact, you know, I'm not even going to save this box anyway, so probably easier to do this. Probably have to cut them out of there. See how it is there. Looks like it does have some bands in the back here. They have not rotted away as of yet. Always nice to add some more pilots to the collection. I'm a big fan of the TIE Fighter pilots. I know a lot of people really want a newly tooled TIE Fighter pilot, but I've always been happy with this one over the years. Let's see here. Yeah. It should pop out here. Not sure if it does. Yeah. Kind of hard to get a grip on that. Let's see how I can do this. Standard blaster. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really any significant differences. Of course, we have the clone head underneath. Looks perfectly fine without the photoreal. Add them into the fighter here in a minute. See how this is. Seems like something's loose inside. I do know the chair is supposed to be able to eject. It's the springs making that noise. Let's see here. Can you see that? Yeah. Pretty nice design in the inside. Yeah, it has the reddish tinted canopy there. I think it's a good idea to treat this as like Izzard's personal TIE Fighter squadron. And then I do hope to get some other TIE Fighters at some point of the blue ones, or the bluish colored ones, to go with Vader's TIE Fighter. And I could treat it as like Vader's squadron. I think I'll be satisfied with that. It seems that seat just plugs into place right there. Then we do have this brace here, keep the pilot in place. We'll put them in last. So let's see here. Pretty good size wing. And hopefully this pops into place no problem. I know a lot of the TIE Fighters have problems with the wings not wanting to stay into place. But it doesn't seem like this one would really have that issue. I think there is a way to eject the wings. Yeah. Let's see here. Wow, look at that. These do seem a little loose. Trying to swap them around. Not sure if they're supposed to go a specific way or not. It seems to sit into place a little bit better. I think that's just the way it's supposed to be. That looks really nice. Yeah, the wings are definitely a little loose. I don't think they're going to pop out though. I know the TVC TIE Fighters usually have that problem. Might try to do something to make those wings a little more stable. Tinker with it a little bit. Let's see about fitting this pilot in. Tell this guy was definitely made very well to fit inside of a TIE Fighter. Nothing worse than when you get an action figure or a pilot and he doesn't really fit in the ship too well. It has happened over the years. Let me see here. Is there a way to eject the seat at all? It'd be easier to do this. At least I hope it is. Let's see here. Seems a little tricky to try and fit this guy in. There we go. Let's see how it looks with Vader's tie here. And you can see the difference in the color scheme. That's why I mentioned I hope to get 2 TIE fighters that have the bluish tint or the bluish color scheme to them to match with Vader's tie there. It's like his escort. Yeah, I'm overall very happy with this Imperial TIE Fighter. Other than the wings being a little loosey-goosey on it. That should be an easy fix though. I have to tinker with it a little bit. Expect a follow-up video to this. And I'll see what other features there are about it. I would say as far as the design is concerned, that's pretty accurate. Definitely get a second one at some point. I didn't pay too much for this. I actually paid below the usual asking price on sites like eBay. Just happened to get a good deal on it. Yeah, overall pretty happy to have this. And like I said, I'll do a follow-up video to this. And I think that's pretty much it for all the components to the TIE Fighter. Check the packages real quick. Seems to be the case. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video for the Imperial TIE Fighter from the Legacy Collection. Very happy to finally own one in the collection. Hopefully it's the first of many. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate all your support. And check out some of the links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.